Yo, yo. What up? What up? Yo. What up? What up? Hey. Hey, welcome. Welcome to Benny's crib. What up? Yeah, just leave your shoes over there. It's cool. Yeah, thanks. Does that sound cool? Yo, what up? Welcome to Benny's crib. Having a fun time. Oh man, we back at it with, in my opinion, one of Maine's finest, producer extraordinaire, an artist molding multiple genres, 207 representative, God.Damn.Chan. Welcome back to Benny's crib.
It's good to be back, man.
We love having you in the podcast. Second time.
Second time, round two, yes.
It's just weird, looking back to that. We'll get to that. I think the present's more important, in my opinion. First off, and like the actual present, how we doing? What's the vibe check?
I'm doing great.
You feeling good?
I'm high as hell.
Tremendous. We were watching the Celtics playoff game, and like we had the responsibility and respectability, I think, to turn it off for conversation's sake. But
yeah.
It was tough. I almost want to keep that shit on, Brody. So I'm feeling good too. The vibe's good.
It's certainly in the back of my mind.
Mm.
We'll catch that in the quarter four, though.
Yeah, I'm looking at the hat the whole time, so that's what's making me think about it.
Oh, no doubt.
But yeah, the reason why we're really here today with God.Damn.Chan on some music shit, on some hip hop shit, on some beat shit, is we're celebrating, or you're celebrating specifically, a couple fresh releases.
Oh yeah.
Dirt from February, and now Big Smoke Volume 1 that dropped on 420.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe, how long were you like not in drop mode in a sense? Like, when was the last time you tried the tape? I think 5 years or some shit.
You mean like in between Dirt? And,
yeah.
Yeah.
Was it
was
Slush?
like in 2018.
Yeah.
That was like 5 years, almost like exactly 5 years.
You were cooking heavy, obviously, but it's like sometimes you just gotta get the vault going.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I don't know. There's something about like releasing music that just didn't appeal to me for a while. I think like I had held off on releasing music for so long because I was being real picky with some shit I was working on.
Mm.
And then COVID happened, and I was like,
"Oh, pack fell."
Well, yeah.
Speaking of the tape, go get you a tape right now. Big
Yes,
Smoke
sir.
Volume 1.
Yes, sir. Bandcamp.
It might be tough to get this in here. Let's see.
But
Look at that.
yeah. So COVID happened, and I remember being like, "Oh, this is gonna blow over. I'll wait until like a couple months. This will be done."
Mm.
That wasn't the case.
Yeah,
So
like a couple of years, man.
I was like, oh, I'll like wait to put out a project and maybe I can like set up a tour or something. But it didn't work out. But
Hey.
so that and having a kid and like navigating that new lifestyle, like definitely put like music on the back burner for a while.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, we back.
Man, it's exciting. I mean, coincidentally during that, time period, you produced that song called "We Back for Suppose," I think, right? Am I tripping?
Yeah, I think I did actually right around that. It would have been somewhere in that gap, yeah for sure.
I think of that. Or whenever people say "We Back" on this podcast, I think of that, especially for some reason.
That's funny.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I'm gonna be subjective. I'm trying to be, journalistic and relatable at the same time, but to be completely subjective on some like friend shit, these tapes are stupid heat.
What?
Stupid
Thanks,
heat.
man.
I've been bumping these
Appreciate
tapes, and on like a humble brag shit, you were on the Respected Producer Volume 1 beat tape that I dropped last year, and Silver Lining was on that.
Mm-hmm.
And just like on some behind the scenes shit, like you sent me Big Smoke early, like a year ago, I feel like. Or like,
it was definitely a while ago,
and I'm played it all that year, and I'm still playing it now, like on the fresh, like, and it's out, like, and in the public drop. So I don't know, I just want to give you some flowers, I guess, because I be fucking with the beats a lot.
Damn, thanks, man. I appreciate that.
That's really
that means a lot, because I know you're like, you're like a real head. You're very aware of what's going on. So
thank you, man.
A lot.
Yeah, love. Just for you as a person, chanting in a sense, how does it feel to be writing these new drops, man? How does it feel to have some shit out?
It feels really good. It feels really good to get some new music out. it does feel like I'm like releasing shit for the first time though, because it's been so long, and I feel like the game is just way different now as far as like how shit works with Spotify and all that stuff. So that's been kind of weird, but I mean it's cool. I'm like just like happy to be putting shit out. I'm like trying to go super hard this year and see what happens. And
You've shared some exciting plans with me, and we'll get to that, I guess, in a sense. For people who might not have seen the first episode with Chan too, it's cool because last time we were here, it was August of 2019. I think you had just touched down from LA, and or that's within a year time period perhaps, and I'm pretty sure like Low End Theory was still around back then. It's like that, if not like just freshly not being a thing.
Low End Theory ended like pretty shortly before we moved back to Maine. Yeah.
But even that being said, that's how far back, last time we chatted it was, these were almost like fresh events in a sense.
Yeah.
Compared to the now.
It was probably 4 years ago.
Yeah, and you were living in Biddo at the time, I believe, and like Slush and Vibe were like still pretty fresh. And we weren't on camera. It was just like you and me kicking it. I think the futon was over here. I think Garrett Clare was shooting photos. I remember it was just a mad different time. I think you were sitting here and I was sitting over there too.
That sounds about right.
I remember this, and it was just interesting because I was like, oh, like, fuck, like, I don't know, like, I'm getting to interview cats I listen to and, like, talk to for the first time. And now, we hang out, we go to shows and shit.
Yeah.
But, I don't know, man, it's just fun to contextualize conversations. And so a lot of people at home, if you're like, this is weird, like, why aren't you asking Chan, like, his first memory of hip-hop? Well, he already told me that in the first interview. It was, like, Doggy Style, I'm pretty sure. So...
yeah, something like that.
Or you said there was a lot of Snoop and like G-Funk and 90s shit being played in your house, I believe.
Yep. And also House of Pain, Jump Around, that's like way up. Yeah, that's probably my like first real.
Is that Muggs? Did DJ Muggs make that?
I don't know.
Muggs is on that record. I'm surprised at how much Muggs is on those House of Pain records. I forget about. Were you aware of that Muggs and House of Pain link up? I just learned this. I was like, what the fuck? I didn't even know that.
No, not really. My mind would be really blown though if I found out that Muggs produced Jump Around.
Let's see.
That would like honestly explain a lot, but
let me see. Or maybe I know DJ Lethal does a lot of their beats too.
Oh, okay.
But let me see the producers here. It doesn't have the producers on fucking Wikipedia right now. This is not what you want to see, man. Has performers, but not producers. Oh, wait, dude. Jump Around has... the performers are Everlast and DJ Muggs. Like, those are the two...
That's so tight. I knew Everlast was in there, but yeah, I didn't know that Muggs produced
Muggs
that.
produced
so
Jump
crazy.
Around?
That's crazy.
He's legendary. Dude.
Yo, Muggs probably got mad money, man.
Yo,
he's like produced so many hits.
Muggs is making royalties off of probably, like, cannabis shit from Black Sunday songs,
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
Like
though.
that. That's how early back it goes on.
He's behind like so many like anthems that are like everybody knows today.
Generational anthems, like not even just one, like cats like from multiple and even it's cool that. Speaking of like connecting dots and shit, almost like Crate Killer was the last producer I had on here. He played at the show you had at Suntiki too.
Yeah, he was dope.
And shout out Crate Killer. Anyway, he's a big Alchemist fan. I mean, like who isn't? We were just playing some Alchemist shit a minute ago. And in my opinion, if I can say this, there is no Alchemist without DJ Muggs. Because DJ Muggs takes him on tour and like pretty much revolutionizes this whole game and like post hooligans. Just on some history shit. Obviously, I wasn't there, so I ain't really speaking on it like a participant. But it's pretty wild to think about. Like again, DJ Muggs has got fingerprints everywhere. Like you and I are pretty deep in this shit, and we just both recently figured out he's on House of Pain. Like
it makes sense. It definitely sounds like a Muggs beat from that era. But yeah, I just never, like I said,
I never associated that either.
That's so sick.
Until it clicked.
I'm pretty sure Muggs has his own like vinyl pressing plant or vinyl pressing machine now. Like I think he's pressing his own records.
I think I saw a post. I could be wrong, but he was like mentioning how. There's like a saturation of vinyl production in the game.
It's crazy.
It's hard right now.
I feel like I reached out to people about doing Slush on vinyl, like on some like anniversary shit, and like the 3 places that I reached out to all hit me back and said we're not even taking on new customers right now. So the fuck out of here with your order of 300 or whatever, like
Whose
whatever the
fault is that?
minimum order
Was it
is.
Taylor Swift or something? Didn't someone fuck the whole game up?
I mean, well,
I think I'm making a
yeah.
scapegoat. It's like a joke, but I think there's like one artist who like wanted to have like so many X albums like dumped on vinyl, and it
No,
was like,
for sure. I mean, Taylor Swift, like the last 2 years for Record Store Day, has put out a new album on vinyl, and there's like 75,000 copies or some shit. So it's like pretty mass produced. But for Taylor Swift, somebody who has like millions of fans, and they're Swifties, mind you, they're not
they
like a
playing
normal. They're like they're stans.
they go stab
like,
you over Taylor Swift
bro.
and shit.
Oh my god. Little like I don't. This is like a game gem right here. Every year in Record Store Day, you got to go early, but there's usually like a Taylor Swift record or some like pop record that you can cop for like $30-$40 and flip it on eBay for like $150.
There we go.
Which is exactly what I did with the Taylor Swift record this year. Yo, I stood in line for like 45 minutes with my kid just to get this Taylor Swift record.
But that's a come up. That's a check. Not to make
It's
it
a little
about
extra
me, but
though. It's fun. I basically I bought a few things for myself because Bull Moose actually kind of had the fire like used
so
jazz
you're not going
selection
just
out.
for the flip. You getting some personal shit.
Yeah,
feel.
I'm not really a Taylor Swift fan, but I copped it to flip it, and it, what I made off that covered the cost of all the other records I bought.
You can make good bread flipping records, bro. Like I've
Yeah,
only
for
flipped
sure.
one, but like I flipped a Smashing Pumpkins record. It had a glow in the dark variant, and we somehow figured out. This is when Twigs and I both worked at Bull Moose. We figured out if you like push the record down to like the crack and left it in the light, then you could see if it was glow in the dark or not. There was 500 glow in the dark variants, so I copped them for like $17 with employee, no, maybe like $25 with employee discount, and then I flipped it for like $80 on Discogs,
That's fire.
like 5 years later.
That's fire.
So it's like ROI sometimes on a record can be pretty good, man. Like music and art are investments in a lot of ways. Like vinyl is an investment. This shit means a lot to me, like emotionally.
Yeah.
But like, there's some records I have that like I still have the seal, for instance, on Dirt. I don't know if I'm gonna break that one. Like, there's certain ones I'm like, I can stream this. Like, I don't even know if I want to fucking like break that straight up. Like, it's just cool to have fresh minted shit to me, like on some baseball card shit,
Yeah.
Whatever, man. This is why we have a podcast, to get off topic and have fun.
Yeah.
But
for
I
sure.
just wanted to contextualize just cool differences in our first conversation and now, because it feels wild to be here at episode 110. Feels wild to look back and be like,
That's a lot of episodes.
Yeah.
It's quite the accomplishment.
I mean, thank you, man. Especially just because the first time we chatted was episode 5. Like, you were the 5th guest in Benny's Crib history.
Damn.
Like,
Oh,
you are
okay.
like an OG. Like, you're in the the rafters in a sense of like guests to the
damn.
cast.
I hang my jersey from the rafters
Yeah.
after this one, man.
Yeah, to have the, in the art of sharing game and shit. When I first started Benny's Crib, I'm like, if I want to really get some attention, like I gotta hit the ground hard. And I think the first 5 were like Ben's Been Dead, Just Plain Jones, Spose, Be All, and You. And so for like a main podcast, people were like, oh, I gotta listen to this now. Like, those are all guests like you probably should tap in if you don't know who they are out here, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So, and then I had Christina Contagion, I think 6. Shout out Christina Contagion. Go. So, I don't know. It's just
So,
we're gonna get off the memory lane trip, don't worry. But
have you had that girl Super Premium on here?
Super Permy, I had Super Permy twice on the podcast.
Oh, damn.
I interviewed
okay.
Permy once on
When did I say
the
premium? I meant
Super Premium. Yeah, it's all good. We litty.
Or Y2K Permy.
Yeah, I got the pistachio eyes right now.
I follow her now. That joint that you played was super
Dude,
hot.
Permy hard as fuck. I'm a big Permy fan. Super Permy. Excuse me, Y2K Permy. What up? Y2K Jalen, what up? Cardiac, what up? How we living? Y2 Crazy, what up? Time Zone Studios, they dope. Y'all should link with Chan, by the way. Regardless,
I'd love
let's get back to the present.
to.
Yeah, but
sorry,
also
what were we talking about?
go tap into the Super Permy podcast if you haven't. It's good. It's good
Yeah,
shit.
I'm gonna check it out.
But we're here, baby, man. It's just exciting to talk about what's happened since the last time. Last time you were here to kind of like bridge a gap, I guess. I asked you, where is God.Damn.Chan gonna be 1 year from now? And you said hopefully on tour, making beats, chilling. That was funny because like 2020 hit like 6 months after that, so we got
That's a
kind
real
of fucked. Shout out the mutual trauma of the pandemic and everything. But you also vandalized my whiteboard. I gotta show you that because you said you were gonna autograph it in Sharpie and then you could like erase it in Sharpie or something, and you only half erased it, and I still have it. I can show it to you.
Oh damn.
We'll get it on camera at some point. Don't worry. All right. Now that all is being said, we talked about the past. I'm fucking excited because can we just talk on Big Smoke?
Yeah.
Can we just talk on that for a little minute?
Yeah, for sure. I would love to.
I want to have you, just break down kind of some of the creative elements of where your mind was at with this one. When did you first get the idea to do a beat tape about weed?
I had the idea to do the beat tape about weed living in Los Angeles, but I had like worked in the cannabis industry prior to that and was doing like a little bit of trimming out there when I lived out there too.
Oh, no shit.
But yeah, I kind of like, it was an idea that I thought up like a while ago. I was like, oh, I got to do like a weed tape, just being such a fan of the plant and whatnot.
Big weed guy.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm a fellow big weed guy.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
But man, allegedly. Yeah, it's something I always wanted to do. So like I had this collection of beats that I've been sitting on for a minute, and I'm like, going through shit, thinking of like trying to put a project together, and I just thought a lot of it was hot and was like, this could be, if I like sequence this right, this could be it. So came together pretty quickly. The whole like skits and shit with the radio station.
Yeah, I was gonna ask like, where did that idea come about?
So that was like kind of an inside joke at work. Just like sitting in the trim room, trimming weed or harvesting and shit. There's like a bunch of us working on this shit all at once, listening to music all day. And every now and then like a song would come on that I would know, and just like being a fan of like radio and Howard Stern and shit like that. Doing radio talk-ups is just kind of just like a dumb thing to do when we were stoned, just be like, coming at you, a little bit of Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers.
Yeah, some 80s radio type shit almost.
Yeah, like I'm...
Turn that up just a little bit so you can stay leaning back.
I can lean forward a little bit.
Hey, whatever you want to do, bro.
But, yeah, so just shit like that, like some bullshit would come on. And you just like try to hit the post, you know what I mean by that, hit the post? It's like you do the talk up through the instrumental section and you finish your talk up like with the radio call before the beat comes in. Before the vocals come in.
Yeah.
So, you'd be like, coming at you, a little bit of Phil Collins, Studio.
Yeah.
On WNBC or some bullshit like that. And you just try to get that WNBC off or WBAG off
you're
before
doing it live.
The vocals come in.
You got to hit it. You got to be right in the pocket.
You kind of got to know the song a little bit. Yeah.
Or you got to at least maybe
talk
like
about the weather,
catch the rhythm or something. Yeah, there's a lot of weather reports. You talk about like pulling light deprivation tents and shit, or tarps and shit.
Yeah. Well, the real like good radio announcers and shit can do like rhyming talk ups and shit. I try to do some of that.
Yeah, dude, you do good at that.
Yeah. Thanks, man.
When I do my radio shit, I try to be doing that too. Like if you can hit like some funny rhymes, and it's almost like I feel like it's like a persona. Like I'm trying to channel like a sports broadcaster I was watching on TV when I was like 13 or something.
Sure, yeah.
Like I don't even know, man. I almost went into like one in my head. I'm like, I can't even do it right now. I'm too litty, but it's so funny it is, dude, to like impersonate that kind of like voice. I know what you mean.
It's that like real articulate like announcer voice.
Yeah,
it's like sort of deep in it.
It reminds me a lot of WWE shit, honestly. Like, and now,
the
home of all the hits all year long.
Or the the guy that does like all the NFL, all the Super Bowl announcing and shit.
Chris Berman.
I don't know if that's his name, but whoever it is, they got like the crazy announcer voice. They're like the boxing announcer guy.
That guy's got a wild voice.
He's
like, How? Oh man, I love that shit. Let's keep talking about Big Smoke though.
Yeah, please.
I was gonna ask if you made songs specifically for this tape, or if you had more of a vault to choose from, but it's, maybe sounds more of the latter.
It was a little bit of both actually. I like kind of had like a collection of songs, and I was really set on there being 4 skits and 20 beats.
That's perfect. I didn't
Trying
even
to
actually
like
notice
stay
that.
on brand, yeah. So I definitely like made some things to fill it out. I definitely like was pulling from a bit of a vault too, but there's stuff on there that's more recent than other shit. You know, there's definitely some shit that's probably from like 2020, 2021.
Yeah, yeah.
Like that.
But this is your longest tape to date, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
It's
I mean, time
ambitious.
wise and definitely track wise, but like I feel like it moves quickly. Like it's like
I played that joint so many times, and it feels to me low key. How long is it? Like a 45-minute tape?
it's like 36.
Oh yeah, 'cause I was
37.
gonna say like it feels like to me like a 30-minute tape, like just listening to it, like in the way my brain processes music.
Yeah.
But I knew it was like 20 tracks. I was like, it's probably pretty up there, like in length. But that's a cool thing. You definitely play with song lengths pretty well.
I tried to just like keep it moving quickly so it didn't stick on a particular beat or loop for too long. Just like where it is a beat tape, you know, like I'd
Yeah.
rather keep it like sort of relentless,
Yeah.
you know, just like have the ideas keep changing, you
Yeah.
know?
No, 100%.
Yeah.
How did the album art come together?
The album art came together because I kind of just had an idea of I wanted like a painting of weed for the artwork.
Yeah,
I just like sort of like I was like an oil painting of weed would look sick, or like something like that. And I had reached out to a couple people, but I hit up Ryan Spose and was just like,
It's busy.
yo, can I like trade you a beat for painting? Like, will you do my album art if I give you a beat? He's like, I don't do commissions, but I will this one time.
That's
So
a
it's
pretty
like,
good trade, though.
Yeah, and he killed that shit.
Was it that joint he
Shout
just
out
dropped
to
when he was
Spose.
like on the Heat Preserve and shit?
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
So like, you guys both got to make something out of it. That's pretty sick.
Yeah, exactly,
Look at
man.
that. I like that. Yeah, man, just a great tape. Just a really solid. I think setting the year off right, man. Like in terms of like music on the scene. We were just actually talking about like singles and projects, and I love both. You know, I'm trying not to be picky as a listener, but in terms of what I prefer long term, dude, I just love having a good project you can listen to because you get to get immersed in a world for a minute, dude. And the world of Big Smoke is just a fun one to like. I mean, dude, my buddy and I got so torched to that. We were taking fucking rosin dabs to the face and just like
Nice,
dancing, man, having fun, you know, just being litty, just putting shit on and getting lost in the moment with music, you know, helping you do that. And I think I really was excited to talk about this project because it just seems like there's a lot of passion that you put into it, and it just seems like you're just doing it because there's a lot of I mean, obviously, you produce, you out here doing your thing, but it's just a very fun, very well produced, well sequenced project. So
Thank you so much,
Yeah.
man. I feel like with the skits and just like the style of beats, because so I always wanted to do the weed tape, but I always wanted
sound bites too, not to interrupt, but even you have like funny
yeah,
little
with
sound bites
samples
too.
and
Yeah.
shit. Yeah, thanks, man. I
Allegedly.
feel like that like always helps tie a project together more. You know, I don't know how it works on like a single on its own sometimes.
You know, I'm
but
always pro. If I can tell what that's from, I'm like, oh, I know what that show is. I know what that's from. I'm like, yeah, I fuck with that. Like,
no
yeah,
doubt, no doubt.
personally.
But yeah, I feel like I wanted to do a weed tape, but I also wanted to do a tape of all sample based shit. So I don't know, it just kind of happened to work out that way. But
Oh, nice. I didn't know that.
yeah. But yeah, it's definitely the most. I feel like it's the most of my personality I've put into
Oh,
a project.
most I've heard your voice on wax by far.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Making funny jokes.
Yeah,
Dude,
yeah.
the one of the ones you rhymed, I was like, oh my god, it was like, I don't know, it's like
I had a lot of fun with that, man.
if you burn another down, you won't have a frown. It wasn't like that. Well, it was like something about
I had one that was like
Crush up a pile and don't touch that dial.
it's time to grind up a pile, but don't touch that dial.
That one was like, that's good. That's a good one, dude.
Thanks, man.
That's some fucking like, Johnny Radio type shit.
Thanks, man. I got like I feel like my wife was like went to the movies that night or something, so I like got pretty faded and just recorded all of them in like one night.
Oh, yo, quick plug too. When's the XOXO Gossip Squirrel reunion? That's happening, right?
Oh damn.
That's coming. It's been posted about, right?
Oh man, I look like such a bad husband. You put me on blast right now.
I know they're... Cut it out. Cut it. Just kidding. It's all going, bro.
I couldn't tell you the date. I know. Miss Rex, my wife, she's DJing at Cocktail Mary's on May 13th.
There you go.
I'm pretty sure. But I think they're DJing at 33 by hand as well.
They're DJing at the place that's like near
it's like by the State Theater.
Right in the corner near the State Theater, exactly. So shout out Miss Rex, shout out XOXO Gossip.
Oh yeah.
Shout out getting faded when wifey gone doing silly shit.
Yeah. She came home and I'm just like downstairs in the basement, just high as fuck, doing this fucking. No, just like do it because she heard me doing that shit around the house too, because it was just like, it was just a running joke for mad long,
Yeah,
like at work and
started
stuff.
at work, exactly.
And anytime, for a period of time, if any song played on a speaker or whatever, and I knew it, I was doing a talk up for it, like. Right. It's really trying to perfect it,
Yeah.
And it wasn't really like I had the idea, like I wasn't trying to get good at it to do the tape. I was like doing the voice as just a joke for mad long, and then I was like, I should put this on a tape.
It's like some straight.
I was worried it was gonna be too inside. Like people would be like, I mean, I know the radio theme shit has been done 100 times before.
It's relatable.
Yeah, for sure. But it's also like a dying medium.
It's like that Seinfeld
radio is not like a thing that people really listen to anymore.
Yo, I got a radio show every week. I got a fan base, yo.
I know you do.
You talking shit to my.
No,
that's how I eat.
Listen, I'm just saying.
I volunteered there. I'm kidding.
I'm just saying though, like, how often are you really listening to the radio these days, like terrestrial radio?
Never, except for Rambeat Radio, Mondays Eastern, 10 o'clock.
Great plug.
But I never listen to the radio, bro, to be straight with you. Only the station I'm on, like when I turn the car on, just to be like tied to the community I'm a part of. But low-key, you're right, like I don't play no radio, bro. Wait, you motherfucking liar! You just paid for Sirius.
That's different though.
That's radio.
I said terrestrial radio.
What are you fucking we doing the ET over here? What's terrestrial radio?
AM FM.
Got you.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was a term.
Terrestrial radio.
Not bad. I didn't know that.
Sirius is satellite radio. But anyways,
that makes way more sense.
But I pay for Sirius
wavelength
because
versus satellite.
I like the radio programming vibe. Like you could, there's podcasts out there that are like pretty well produced and shit, but a lot of those cats are not like trained broadcasters and stuff.
They didn't go to school for this shit.
I mean, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of great podcasts out there. I love podcasts.
You're calling them out, scumbags.
No, not at all. No, dude, I have a laundry list of podcasts that I listen to.
Not to interrupt you, but the first thing you talked about last time you were on was podcasts. You were like, "Do you listen to podcasts?" And like, you were talking about how much you love podcasts.
So I have my go-tos, but I just like that sort of like. I like DJs, like I like radio personalities and shit. Like I like listening to Shade 45 and
Shade 45.
Sway in the morning. It's cool hearing Sway on the radio and shit.
I love radio, bro. I mean, there's a reason why I'm on the radio. Format. I'm on the fucking I love radio.
It's a cool format.
Radio is a very important resource. It's one of the last like public, like art, information, just expressive, connective mediums we have in like the public still. It's pretty fucking wild, to be honest. It's free. Shit free, Brody. Like internet ain't free. You gotta pay Spectrum your arm and a leg every month.
I feel like I listen to radio in the car pretty often because
that's the only place I really would ever listen to it.
I mean, just because I don't know, it reminds me of being like, because I grew up at a time where like radio is where you mainly got. There wasn't streaming service.
95.9 days.
Yeah, 95.9 WRAD, Q97.9.
I used to go to CYY quite a bit too back in the day.
I was born in 91, so I'm like old enough to remember like dubbing tapes and shit. Like
Oh yeah.
waiting for
like
a song to
cassettes?
come on the radio and like recording it on a Walkman to a tape so I could listen to it another time. Or going through like my dad's CD collection and dubbing a ton of shit like
Yeah.
individual tracks to a cassette so I could
Dude,
listen
that's
to it
so
at my
dope.
mom's
Yeah.
house, you know.
Dude,
So
push this down a little bit. I can't.
Yeah,
just,
sorry, I
you can
got
just
you.
push it down. Like
I'm gonna just hold it. This works.
You should. You
Yeah,
can just push this shit down. I don't remember.
This works. Yeah. So I definitely grew up on like listening to like radio formats and shit. So
It's
I
ingrained
like
in
that.
you.
Yeah. A lot of times when I'm in the car, I'm listening to 107.9 WJZP.
What's that?
You don't know JZP?
Is that the jazz?
Yeah,
Yeah.
bro, but they play mad funk and like all sorts of different shit. Reggae, house music. Like sometimes on a Friday night, like you put it on and it's like a whole like house dance mix.
1079?
107.9 WJZP is the truth.
1079.
WMPG is fucking great too. But
Yeah, WMPG is like program to program. It differs a lot, but there's some amazing programming on WMPG. Sometimes I turn this shit on. I'm like, what the fuck is this, bro? Like,
dude, when you get in the car tomorrow, try WJZP.
yeah, no, you got me, bro.
107.9.
I'm finna add that to the favorites.
It's
Just
the best.
saving a favorite is so cool. When you figure that out, you're like, all right, I'll hold the button.
I love that. The
Boom.
preset buttons.
Presets.
I use them all the
shit.
time.
Love that shit.
There's also it's a newer station, and my biggest problem with it is that they don't actually have any radio personalities. It's clearly like they have sound bites of somebody doing a talk up for the station, and it's like a pre-programmed thing. But 105.5 is like a all oldies station. It's pretty
You
good.
can't go bad with the oldies, man. I fuck with oldies heavy.
Yeah, they play some pretty good stuff.
What about some good stuff that you put out in the month of February? Dirt.
Talking about dirt.
That was a pretty fascinating. I think. I don't know if I want to say concept, but hey, the beats be knocking. Let's just
Thanks, man,
get the music
appreciate
shit subjectively out the way. But
Shout out to Daddy Kev. He mastered that one.
yeah,
So.
bro, Daddy Kev a legend. I think Daddy Kev just brought Rory to Japan too. I could be tripping though.
Totally. Yeah,
They were in
They do
Japan.
like so. He does an event in Los Angeles called Scenario that is basically. I haven't been to it, but it's supposed to be like Low End Theory reincarnated sort of thing, you know. He ran Low End Theory
Oh yeah.
with some other DJs, DJ Nobody, D Styles, Gaslamp Killer, but Scenario 808 is like the continuance of that. So
Yeah, man. Damn, man.
but yeah, so they do that, and
Theory.
like
Fuck.
they do that in Japan now too.
Shout out Daddy Kev, man.
Yeah, Kev is
Legend
out here
doing
moving and shaking, man.
like if you in the culture and shit, you know. But again, just like some motherfucker just out here walking around doing powerful shit that probably most motherfuckers would have. I'm saying this respectfully too. Like most motherfuckers wouldn't just not know who that is. But like, that motherfucker's a legend to me, bro.
Yeah, Kev is a
Straight up.
super legend.
Like
Super
done a
legend.
lot of wild shit. He's still doing it too. So shout out Daddy Kev.
Absolutely.
That'd be a great interview, man. We got some plugs.
Okay.
Allegedly.
Bet.
I'm just putting shit on the universe. We never force it.
Yeah, no doubt, no
You know,
doubt.
we don't do no OJ Glove scenario, man.
You gotta get the Dataless interview, man. He's.
I'd love
you
to do that, man.
He's up in Boston.
Oh,
Get him
yeah.
up here in
Yeah,
Maine.
man. Yo, I gotta get. I'd love to somehow find out where Razen is too. I know he off grid right now, but
I think he's in New Hampshire.
I think he got a farm. I heard maybe too.
Damn, that's crazy.
Not a farm.
Yeah, I haven't heard
I shouldn't say
from
a
him
farm.
for a
Like he moved like not like he's not like in like the city and shit.
He got off social media, and I think that was kind of my like only way to
Yeah,
contact
I retract
him,
the
so.
farm thing. I don't like talking about people's business if I don't know about it. That's pretty much how I like to be. But shout out Razen, man. I just bought the vinyl that he dropped. That was the only thing I saw him do in a minute.
That's dope.
I think under the Apex.
Yeah, I think I got the tape of that.
Yeah, shit was
Yeah.
hard.
Yep.
I got the Dirt tape. Transition. Let's talk on that now.
Okay.
Where did this project conceptualize? Because I mean, you dropping fucking, you barely let it breathe, bro. You drop a tape, boom, in February. Drop another one in April. Like you in dump mode, man.
Yeah,
I want to now talk about
I'm
like
just trying to keep it going.
what started it though. Like what why did you pick Dirt? Why was that kind of like I'm back in a sense type shit.
Because it came together so quickly and organically that I was just so excited about it that I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna like wait for something perfect. I'm gonna put this out because I really like it. So what happened was the homie DJ Rue, who is just maybe the best DJ for me. He's just an incredible DJ.
Ruthless Rising DJ Rue
Yes.
with Shane.
Yes. DJ Rue is an absolute monster. He's the illest. And I kind of like hit up a bunch of my like old head DJ homies and beatmaker homies and shit that like I know might have like some older gear that they might let me hold for a minute or some shit. So I hit them up and was like, "Yo, do you have like a tape 4-track? Like I'm like interested in trying some like recording stuff."
Cassette tape.
Yeah, or I'd like to get a reel to reel, but that stuff's like pretty expensive and shit too.
Like
So yeah, I'd love to try one of those. But yeah, so I hit up a few friends just like asking if somebody has like a 4-track tape thing that I could try out. I just want to try running some sounds through it. It's like I'm low key like working on a drum kit too. So yeah.
God.Damn.Chan drum kit volume 1.
Yeah, man.
Breaking news.
Oh yeah,
breaking news.
I don't know when it's coming. I've been working on it forever, so I'm not gonna hype it up too much. But
there is definitely
Chan's Kitchen Cupboard. Chan's Kitchen Cupboard. Look out.
Chan's Kitchen Cupboard.
Yeah,
I'm getting
Chan's
a fucking
Kitchen
Miami horn, bro.
Oh shit!
Come on, goated.
I can't believe you busted that out on your phone. But anyways, yeah, here we go. Nice. So yeah, I was trying to get my hands on like a tape thing, and the homie Rue was like, "Yo, this has literally been sitting in my closet forever. I don't use it. Like, please just take it. I want to get rid of it. If you don't take it, it's gonna go to Goodwill or some shit." And I was like, these like kind of go for a little bit of dough. Like, they're not like crazy expensive, but it's more money than what they're like. What you pay for them on eBay these days is more money than the problems that they are worth.
And it's like well kept, kind of like older gear, right? Like that's fucking.
None of it's well kept unless it's unless somebody. That's
like the shit that you just got from Rue, I imagine.
It was in good condition, but the problem is the components and for sure, but the components on the inside, like you gotta understand, man. Like dirt came together super quickly. Like I basically got it, started using it. It worked fine at first, and I was like, I don't really like know how to use these things, but like maybe I'll just try making a beat on it. Yeah, like because I had my LP1 and I had like the pocket operator, and I did it, and I was like, okay, this is actually pretty fly. Like, what if I made a whole tape, like just using this stuff, like no computers?
Do you have like any of like the dirt thematic element in your back of your mind, or was it kind of just more about the gear at that point?
It was more about the gear and making the beats, and then I kind of like the process of recording the tape is so it's just like so final. Like there's such a finality to recording the tape because you really like the more you go back and dub over it and try to record over it, the more quality like in the recording you lose. Or
can you eventually like even like probably degrade the tape itself?
Yeah, for sure. I mean like.
Man, that's some just straight analog shit. It's different, pretty much, right?
Yeah, I mean, like some of the like the master tapes like have like maybe like 1, 2, 3 takes of like all the same beat that are all just slightly different arrangement wise and shit. Because I'm like kind of playing everything out live or like trying to like record it and catch the loops right on the tape and shit. But yeah, I mean, it came together so quickly. It would have come together probably in like 3 weeks or a month if the tape machine didn't break down so many times.
So cooking so much?
I mean, I guess so. Like what happens with these machines is if they just like sit in a closet and aren't used and aren't like maintained and like relubricated and this and that, they just like fall apart from the inside. They like rot from the insides out. Like I replaced the belts, that got it working again. It died again. I got it working again. It basically like worked just long enough after that. For
is it hard to find like new belts and shit? Like how abundant is are those
that's
things?
Not that hard, but to find shit like a new motor for it, which it ended up needing, like the machine's been in the shop for like 8 months with this one guy who like he's basically told me he doesn't think he can fix it, so I got to get it back from him.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. maybe, but I can't complain too much, man. It was a free piece of gear from a homie, like. But yeah,
those beats are stupid, bro.
Thanks, man. I finished up the last like I think I fixed it like 3 times, and I finished up the last track like literally right before it broke down for the last time, before I was like, all right, I can't do this anymore. Like, I'm gonna try to find a professional that can fix it. It took forever. I wanted to add a couple more joints to it if I was able to get it fixed, because I was so stuck on doing like the tape and outboard gear type shit. And I was just like, you know what? This like works so well as just the 7 tracks. Like, really adding more to it might ruin it. Like, it might not make it as good. Like, so I was really like stuck on that. I thought like in a sequence it worked really well, and I pieced together all the the like little sound bites and snippets and shit, dirt related stuff, and like the just like coming up with the theme. It was like really related to the sound I was going for, which was my whole idea of like wanting to record the tape was to add sort of like some dirt to the recordings, like some like low fidelity shit, like using like some borderline archaic equipment, you know. And just like the whole like finality of recording the tape, like you get like, you know, you put your take down and it's recorded and it's printed to the tape, you know, like
it ain't no fucking garage band.
No, and like just kind of like embracing the mistakes and shit, and like I think that like humanizes music, and
imperfection is so important, bro.
I think like some of my favorite shit that like I've done on a beat or like on a recording or something is you know, some of that shit has happened purely by accident, like spontaneously. So I just like I think it kind of, the process of working on Dirt sort of changed my whole approach to making beats and releasing music, period. Because if like working on tape sort of forces you to make a decision and stick with it, you know. So
I mean, you had to kind of have that thing.
So for like
faith in what you're doing, man. In a sense, like you want to be at least like. There should be some conviction at play if you're putting shit on tape, in my opinion, at least.
There's just no room to overthink, because, I mean, tape's expensive. You know, like, even cassettes are, like, not super cheap to get, like, a nice, you know, the right type of cassette to put in a 4-track.
Everything used to be like that, too, bro.
Yeah.
Everything was on tape back in the day, bro.
Yeah, so it's like, it's like not a super cheap form of recording music. Time-wise or money-wise these days, but it's super cool, and like I'd love to do some more work with tape, whether reel-to-reel or
sorry, the cat's fucking up the laugh mic. Yo, Twigs, can you get the water spray bottle, please? Thank you,
yo kitty. Hey,
feel free to hit this motherfucker up too. Fucking like killer season shit.
He's like so unbothered by that. He's like, you think your spray bottle will affect me, you silly humans.
He wants to lick some fingers now. Damn, man. Yeah, shout out the process behind that one. I did really enjoy Dirt. Did just that whole process of putting that tape out, making it, putting it on tape, did that influence you wanting to drop Big Smoke right away, or was that unrelated?
I really wanted to do Big Smoke on 420. And
had you already planned to do that before you kind of started working on the gear with Dirt in mind?
No. So they kind of came together like one after another. Like as soon as I finished Dirt and was happy with the mixes, I like was trying to find a label to put it out. Ended up putting it out on Alpha Pop. But I had like also gone to Dome of Doom with like 2 full projects, one of them being Big Smoke, one of them being Dirt. Yeah. And Wiley, shout out Wiley at Dome of Doom.
Yeah, Wiley came with dope
wanted
shit.
to put out, he like wanted to put out a tape of like the sample stuff. He was like really like way into that. So I was like, all right, cool, let's do that. And Alpha Pup put out Dirt, and yeah.
Tremendous, man. Well, yeah, shout out Dirt.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Shout out Big Smoke. We'll talk on maybe some future plans in a minute, but one of my favorite things about just being in like the music shit is shows. And I've been seeing you both in the crowd heavy and on stage in some shows recently, and I just wanted to shout that out, man. Bumped into you at Resample. Shout out Loman. Shout out Lightfoot and Kadeem for coming up. Great night there. So just want to show some love for that. I like making sure I mean, half the reason why I do this shit and why I'm posting so much online and so out here is more than ever, man. Like, shit just happens so fast and our attention spans are going. And, like, the older I get, man, like, you know, it's probably being a father more than, like, I even get, like, shit just moves so fast and, like, you don't get time back. And I think it's important to preserve shit in a sense and give small moments to, like, things that, like, mean a lot to you. So, again, like, just that's why we do what we do here in the podcast in a macro sense, but in a micro sense, that Resample show was dope. So shout out that. Your set at Stereo Dreams was stupid.
Thanks, man.
I want to shout out that as well. Give some flowers
Appreciate
to that. You know, like, to me, like, they just ain't shows, bro. They memories too. Like, I remember these things, and like, I still, like I was telling you, I still remember 1 pound at Moonshake in 2021. I think, like,
yeah,
like, these are like parts of my soul and shit. Almost like just who I am as an individual. A good show, like, will resonate with me forever. So again, shout out that. And then I wasn't at this show, but I saw a show recently, and I really want to shout out this person, this establishment. Shout out Pink Navel. Shout out .Dev. Shout out Knobs.
Oh yeah.
Heard you did a monster set down there too.
Yeah, that was a good time, man.
And then this month, Daedalus and 1 Pounder playing a set there.
I know.
That's stupid, bro.
I really want to go down, but I'm also going to see Rock Marciano the following night in Boston, and on some old man shit. I don't know if I have it in me to do it twice.
Don't just take the days off. Come on,
I can't, bro. I can't.
Man, I feel like this isn't for the podcast. But as they say, sounds like one of them good problems, right?
Yeah, it's not a bad one for sure. I mean, did you get tickets to see Danny Brown and JPEG Mafia at State Theater?
I haven't. I should probably get on that, right? It's gonna sell out, right?
I would think it would.
Yeah. That sounds like a lot of fun. I've seen Danny, but I haven't seen JPEG.
Me neither. I've seen Danny Brown a couple times.
I love Danny, man. I've been bumping Danny. I mean, I saw Danny when Old came out. I've been bumping Danny since
nice.
Triple X came out, man. I'm that big. I mean, I'm 29, man. I got the kind of babyface, but don't play. I've been on this digit. You said you've been making beats for 15 years. Like, I've been on here listening to beats for 15 years, like, religiously, like. Love, man. Can fans look? Actually, fuck that question. Let's go to this one. What were these sets like for you as just a performer? Has it been fun being back, just playing live, man?
Oh man, it feels so good to be back because I've really missed that sort of instant gratification of playing something new and getting an instant response from the crowd.
A live response.
A very like instantaneous feedback, and you can tell when something's dope. Like, you can hear it in the reaction.
Motherfuckers can't hide their reaction at that point.
No. It's like, so I miss that a lot. It definitely feels good to be rocking shows again, big time. Trying to do more.
Yo, so let's keep
trying
it there.
Trying to do more DJ sets and shit.
Can fans look for more God.Damn.Chan shows in the future?
Yeah. There's some things booked, but I don't want to give too much away right now.
Yeah.
Because I might do some stuff like in between. Like, there's like some things booked for like further down the road.
Yeah, you got some shit in the garden that's gonna bloom a couple months maybe, but some shit might pop up if we get enough rain.
Yeah,
you never know.
mean, follow me on Instagram, Twitter. You'll find out about it.
There we go. Is there any music you want to talk that you're working on? Maybe I know you just dropped some heat, so I'm not trying to press it. But you told me some exciting shit off the air a couple months ago about like you were on some the God Fahim type shit. You were on some Dump God energy. It sounds like you trying to do like fucking tapes.
I'm trying to drop a lot of projects this year. I've definitely dropped like some singles and shit here and there, but I'm trying to drop like collections of songs that are cohesive, like not just like random ideas and shit.
Yeah. Drop projects, bro.
Yeah, whether it's some of them would be shorter, whether it's EPs or like more full length type projects. I like the idea of dropping like at least 3 tracks at a time.
Yeah, a little pack. Dirt's great. Dirt is that good length where it's like, I'm like, fuck, man, I want to hear more Chan now.
I was worried it was a little too short. I definitely like had folks tell me like they were like, oh, this is awesome, but I really wish it was longer. And it's like, I mean,
I think
I guess that's not a bad problem to have.
no,
either,
I think that's good, man. Like it's so good that there's not a bad second in it in a sense.
Thanks.
I'd rather have like
Yeah, I try to keep it like all killer, no filler type
that
shit,
exactly.
you know?
Yeah, shout out Sum 41. This podcast is
Yo.
sponsored by Sum 41.
Yo.
Oh man,
Sum 41. I used to love Sum 41.
Yeah, yo, I definitely mean I'm hella white. I grew up Sum 41. But straight up, it's better to drop like 7 solid tracks with nothing that's bullshit than like a 12-track EP with 3 I'm gonna skip. I mean, a 12-track tape with 3 I'm gonna skip, in my opinion. But again, all this art shit is so fucking subjective.
Yeah, I mean, I was worried that I was dropping 7 tracks with 1 good song. So
I like them all, yo.
thanks, man. Yeah, I really liked it, and I'm really just trying to put out music.
Oh, yo, what about
I dig
raps?
and shit that I want to listen to.
Are you producing for any MCs and shit you can disclose?
I am. The usual suspects. But
Let the people know at home.
Huh?
Let the people know at home. That might be their first
you know,
God.Damn.Chan interview, man.
Me and Spizzy Spose might be working on some new shit
There
for
we go.
sure.
There we go.
I say might, and I say definitely. We're definitely working on some new shit. We got some joints.
Breaking news, dude.
We got some joints.
It's exciting, man.
Trying to work with Kadeem more.
Yeah, imported goods
so
is stupid.
We've been exchanging some files. So.
New Kadeem out now. Go run that.
Yes. Yeah. Who can hear must feel.
Who can hear Scion must feel or something?
No, who can hear must feel is the name of the album, right?
It's like isn't the word isn't
the
word Cyan in it? CYAN?
Nah, it's like patois. Who can hear? But I don't want to do a Jamaican accent though, so I'm not gonna.
Patois, yeah, because I was like, I don't think I'm saying that word right for sure.
No, he explained it at the show. Yeah.
I was outside smoking.
White people should be saying "who can hear must feel," I believe.
Yeah, my white ass don't know patois, man. I know some Drake shit. I don't want to. I ain't finna pretend 1 second on that one.
I'm not Tom Hanks' son, so.
Dude, don't some island boy energy, bro.
Yeah, Chet Hanks is
fucking goofing out here, bro.
Bro,
looking like a goof, to be honest, bro.
Yo, I can't lie. That shit cracks me up so much. Like,
it draws out it draws a reaction. Like, what the fuck's this guy doing?
I know he's like canceled and shit, but like that no gas, no brakes.
Means, bro.
No, what is it? No gas, all gas, no brakes.
Is that like a podcast or something?
Andrew Cunningham, do you know that dude?
No.
Callahan.
Andrew Tate.
No, not Andrew Tate. Andrew Callahan.
Oh yeah,
Channel 5.
Yeah.
He did mad interviews with like Chet Hanks and shit. And,
damn, why did they? He just did some fucked up shit too. That guy out of here too, man. Andrew Callahan, the fucking channel, whatever, man. It don't matter.
For the camera, who can hear must feel.
Oh, who can hear must feel? Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. I'm an idiot. That makes me, yeah.
Did you say cyan, like the color?
That's what I was like. I'm not saying this right. Like, I haven't pronounced.
The first time he sent me like the tracks for it and shit, I was like, I thought the same thing.
Yeah.
Until I heard like one of the vocal samples on.
It makes way more sense. You can run back to tape. I literally said shout out the New Kadeem project because I didn't know what the title was. Like I'm finna like I don't like mispronouncing shit.
It's really good, man. I've listened to it a bunch, honestly, and it's easily my favorite shit from him.
It's so good.
He's put out a few things that I really, really, really like.
It's so good.
That Remains of a Man shit that he did with Loman was super
Ray
good.
Rome, that shit is
shout out
Loman, yeah.
What was the other joint? The Rubber Meets Road, like little 3-track joint.
That has like carbon accessories on it and shit. That shit's stupid. Dope. Obviously, like all this shit like he did with Roseanne too, or I guess not. I just think of that song that's like I think it's called In the Beginning. That's like one of my favorite joints he's done. But this new shit, so good, man. Poetry and a lot of it. I think originally too, he was asking me what my favorite song was at Resample. I didn't know at the time, and then. I think it's Cogito. Is that one of the songs? Or Cogito?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
That joint's fire.
That one's stupid. But then, now I think it's playing in my head this whole time we've been talking. Situations. That joint is heavy. Really dope too. Shout out Kadeem. Great MC. Yep. Very good.
Very dope. One of my favorite cats doing it right now.
Yeah, would love to hear more between y'all because Imported Goods is dummy. You talked about some important life shit that happened to you since the last time you pulled up here. You had a baby.
Mm-hmm.
How has fatherhood changed you?
How has it changed me? I feel like an adult, for real.
For real, for real?
Yeah, like before, like I always kind of felt like I wasn't maybe adulting as hard as I should be, but now
Okay.
I'm like, oh, I'm like an actual adult.
You
I don't know how
dad
to
mode.
explain it. Yeah, it's big dad energy.
One thing I wanted to really talk about, and we've talked about it off air a little bit, but you talked about on social media too about how your kid loves your music. Like, you could be putting on other tunes, and your kid will ask you for like, she calls it like what, like daddy music,
She
or
calls it daddy music,
and that's meaning
but
your beats, right?
it did for a while. It was like weird that she could identify which ones were mine.
How old is your kid where she could figure out what your beats were?
2.
That's pretty wild, bro.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. That's some like consciousness shit.
It was honestly like so adorable. It like almost made me cry every time. But
I would cry. Yeah,
I
I'm
will
thinking
say
about it right
that
now.
has evolved into like I made some like Be More club tracks like as a joke on my phone and like played them for her. For whatever reason, that stuck. So
Yeah.
daddy music now means like really fast, like
Be More club.
yeah. I mean
Or
like
just
she'll
high
literally
BPM shit.
she'll like cry and shit if she doesn't get the song she wants. Like, yeah, she'll be like in the back seat yelling, "What happened to that boy?" Like,
No
yeah,
way.
it's dude, it's mad funny.
Because you made the What Happened to the Boy dude.
Yeah, it's mad funny. But I've also like had to hear these songs so many times. Like sometimes it's like 7:30 in the morning and she's like asking for
Oh yeah, man.
like Jersey Club.
You got to put the AirPods
dude,
in and put on like fucking Flying Lotus beat or
It's a
something.
lot, man. Yeah, that part's a lot.
Yeah.
I've heard those songs too many times.
Well, I guess, it's a good test of quality. If the youngin' vibes to the beat, it's got to knock.
Yeah, and I feel like
Maybe.
if kids like gravitate to something, like I don't know, that's just like a sign. Like they have like the best taste.
There's no
ultimately.
bullshit. If you whack, a kid's going to be like, you whack.
Yeah,
Most kids, at least.
Oh my god, it would suck because I'd play like something else I was really excited about that week or something, like trying to car test it or some shit. Like getting the final mixes ready for Big Smoke was tough because it's so many tracks. So a lot of times I pick her up from daycare, and like also that album was so long that it was like longer than the ride from work to daycare to pick her up. So I'd make it like halfway through, we get in the car and I go to start the other half, listen to updated mixes and shit, and she's just like crying and yelling for other songs she wants. I'm like, can I please? Like, I have to listen to this.
Can't even get the whip test in, man.
Oh yeah, she didn't care. And then I put it on this like Be More Club shit, and she's just like, she starts laughing. She's smiling in the back seat.
That's
She's
amazing.
so stoked.
That's a good thing. That's a good thing.
It's a good thing.
Overall.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But it's also like, oh my god, I've like never been so annoyed by something that I made.
Yeah. Even more than some of your least favorite beats?
I would rather listen to the Elmo version of the Cha Cha Slide, which is another banger
Wait,
hit.
like in
favorite
Elmo's
version.
voice?
It's called the Elmo Slide. It's his own instructional dance modeled after the Cha Cha Slide.
Sounds like
I'd rather listen to that than listen to this like group of 2 songs that I've made.
It's pretty funny, man. It's pretty funny. Damn.
I'll take the Bluey soundtrack over those at this point.
What's it like being back in Portland?
It's awesome. I love it. I love it so much. It feels great being back. Biddeford is like super cool, but the whole time I was in Biddeford, I just wanted to be back in Portland, and yeah, it happened to work out for us getting back out here.
Yeah.
We're kind of like, we're not like right downtown, so it's like quiet,
Yeah, that's cool, man.
but the access to everything is still there.
Yeah,
It's like,
I see you at shows all the time and shit.
yeah, it's like a 10-minute ride. We're super close.
And even like, let's say like you live 10 minutes out of the city and it's like not in Portland, just being in Portland, knowing like I feel like you're in the city limits, it makes everything feel so much quicker.
I feel more involved than I did living in Biddeford. Yeah, it does make everything way quicker.
Just like, oh,
Coming home
yeah.
from work, like, and going home to Biddeford, and then like having to drive 30 minutes right back to Portland to go out to
Yeah.
something was like not super appealing.
No,
But
the food too. Don't even get me like on like if you late night high later you want to get delivery options. Portland is so much different than fucking.
oh man, Biddeford, everything's like closed by
Yeah,
like 8 or 9.
and Portland everything closes at 11. But don't get me wrong.
A lot of
yeah.
shit isn't even open on Sunday in Biddeford. Like, and Biddeford's cool though.
It's
Honestly.
cool. It's like
I
a
do
small
like
town.
it,
It's a
but
small city. It's weird.
I do like it.
I grew
but
up
yeah.
there, so yeah. Or like I'm from Old Orchard, but I had fam in Biddeford, so I was Biddeford like 2 days a week just doing shit.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
What you been listening to?
I've been listening to a lot of older stuff, a lot of jazz, a lot of like older funk stuff.
Nice.
Kashif. I don't know if you fuck with
Shut the
Kashif.
fuck up.
Do you like Kashif?
No, are you serious?
Yeah, I'm dead ass serious.
I literally posted a song of his today, and I was like, "This motherfucker's so cold. I feel like no one talks about him."
Oh damn, yeah.
I think so.
Yeah,
That's
I like
crazy.
Kashif.
I literally made a point to like put him. Oh, dude, actually, you know what's
They
even
work
worse?
with Whitney Houston and shit, but I think like did like writing for her or something.
I didn't even like.
Don't quote me
I
on
didn't
that.
even fucking post this. This isn't even posted yet. Look,
Yeah,
that's so wild. You
yeah.
mentioned that song. That's kind of
I
weird,
love
bro.
Kashif. I got that record.
You got that right.
Yeah.
I gotta find that. That's him. That's in my collection. Kashif is ridiculous. If
That
you,
album in particular is really, really good. Some of his other stuff's pretty good, but that album is really good.
you want to talk about like not a bad second of music. Like some songs shine, I think, a little bit more than others on that LP. But dude, I can play that whole LP and just be like in a great mood. I'll just catch myself dancing, dude.
Yeah,
And the
it's
sampling
really good.
potential
I
of
put it
that
on a lot.
record. Is
I got that shit on my phone, ready to go at any time.
That's pretty wild, bro.
Um,
I literally have never heard anybody drop that album ever, and like I was just thinking about that today. I just think it's funny.
It's really solid, like electro funk sort of. It's like that post disco era,
That
like
nice,
Black Soul
that
type
80s,
shit.
the 80s pocket where it was like
Yeah,
the best
it was
R&B
like-
ever. That was
Mhm.
Dancy being made type shit. I think.
It was like 78 to 83. It was like a pretty small window
so
of like
good.
really like funky shit that wasn't too disco.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah, it's like
that like wasn't cheesy disco.
Yeah, I mean, even like early Prince is a great example. Like just
Yeah.
kind of how funky that first Prince album is. Yeah, man, I fuck with that shit. I'll be playing that shit all the time, bro. I actually have like this playlist of like music like that, and the reason why I was gonna post that Kashif song is because that came on shuffle today, and I was like, oh, the world has to remember how good this is.
That's a really good one. That Kashif album's really good. I'm trying to think of what else I've been listening to though. That L. Michaels Affair and Black
Like,
Thought album is
that's
pretty
hard.
dope.
Yeah, Black Thought's been on a pretty consistent project streak, I think, personally.
Yes, I'm really excited about the next one that's entirely produced by 14 Karat. I don't know if you know this cat, but
Wait, from like
14 KTs.
I think he worked with
Stone's Throw.
Rose Spit,
Not Stone's Throw up.
Street Corner. Yeah, I think
Shout out
Rose
to House Shoes.
did Rose Spit and 14 Karat have a group together? Do you know Rose Spit? Let me look it up right now.
They might have done a project together.
Yeah, and there's a song called Jesus on it, and I heard that beat, and if this is what I'm thinking of, and I was like, this motherfucking beat's ridiculous. I'm like,
Dude,
oh,
you gotta check out Killer Tape Redux. That shit is fucking wild.
Killer tape, not like Cameron Killer.
It's no, not that tape. It's like
14 Karat.
14 Karat Killer Tape Redux.
I gotta
It's a
check. Yeah, Rose
project
Spit.
he put out on Street
I mean,
Corner.
14 Carats. Yeah, Rose Gold. That's what it is.
Yeah,
Rose
that's
Gold.
what
That
it
was
is,
dope.
yeah.
You go check that out. That's why I like talking to you. There's not many. I'm not gonna lie. Not many motherfuckers I can talk like this to in the city, man. Like there's not a lot of knowledge as it should be. But anyway, man, let's get back to the topic at hand. We've had a great interview here. We talked about a lot of great music. I'm getting so excited and feeling like I'm kind of just shooting this shit. I'm forgetting we have professional obligations to do in the journalistic sense. Before we wind down and kind of encapsulate where you at with it and how to, throw some bread your way and all that shit, do you want to do some rapid fire questions?
Let's go. I'm ready.
What comes to mind when I say Pat's Pizza memory?
Oh, God. Getting my car broken into in the parking lot while I was working.
Bubble hash or hash rosin?
That's really tough.
I couldn't pick that one when I wrote it. I honestly couldn't.
I'm gonna say I love bubble hash, but I wouldn't want to smoke it for every dab every day. So I'm gonna say hash rosin.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a way cleaner pickup, but I like smoking like Full Metal Bubble Hash is like a nice treat.
Oh, that's just. I mean, there's not a lot of good shit like that out there. It's hard to find.
Yeah, it's not like something that a lot of people release or put out.
And it's kind
I
of like
think
a
it's
low,
becoming a little more popular.
low yield
but,
too. Probably it's pretty.
well, I mean, yeah,
You would know. You make hash.
yeah, sure. I mean, so like it's like a pretty like select cut of the heads that are coming off, or the hash that's coming off. I don't. People at home might not know what we're
Six
talking about.
star full mount, nice and low temp. You get it going, and you get it going early. What's a sleeper strain people don't know about?
A sleeper strain?
Yeah, just
that
like
people don't know
I'm
about.
gonna shout out Broadband. If you ain't never smoked Broadband, smoke Broadband at
I've
least
never
once in
heard
your
of
life.
Robin.
Smoke Broadband once in your life. It's beautiful.
Hazy Hills Devil's Cake.
Devil's Cake.
It's a Skittles wedding cake cross, and it's so fire.
Sounds fruity and musky and dangerous.
It's very good. It's honestly very good.
Do you notice you got a homie behind you, by the way?
Lime bar is super fire. What's behind me?
The cat, yo.
Oh, what up, dude?
Yeah, the cat's been distracting me. She's been making fucking eyes at you, bro, to be straight. Better watch out.
What's another one that's real dope? Yeah, Lime Bars is another one that we got.
Lime bar. I ain't tried lime bars, bro.
There's another cat, Hashworks, who grows some pretty fire flour and makes some pretty fire hash and rosin.
There we go.
He's dropping some shit called Stay Puffed at Hazy Hill.
Stay Puffed.
Super dope.
Nice.
As well.
I had some shit called Light Speed.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, Professor Q, who's like this, I don't even really know much about. I just know it's Korean natural farming, like, you know, like very meticulous about soil and shit like that. I'll let you smell some of this. Oh, yo, you gotta peep the head stash after this.
Oh, bet.
Allegedly, there's some good shit up in there. Shout out cannabis.
Shout out weed, man.
Shout out Big Smoke Volume 1.
Yeah.
Who's a producer who inspires you?
Lightfoot.
Lightfoot's
been
stupid.
killing it, man.
Yo,
He's
that
been
was
killing it.
yo. You know what I mean, Mr.
I put Lightfoot up there. Who's been inspiring me lately? Just like in general, I mean, there's like the obvious ones like Dilla, Madlib.
Yeah, I play Madlib every day, bro.
As far as like new cats, yeah, I mean, man, Lightfoot has really been killing it.
Yeah, Lightfoot wicked nasty.
I like Loman shit a lot. I like 1 Pound shit a lot.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm like inspired most by like friends and peers.
Yeah, that's cool as hell, man.
I mean, there's other cats out there too. I'm not sure who did a lot of the production on what's that cat's name? Mavi or Mavi?
Mavi, yeah.
I don't know who did production on his last joint.
Laughing So Hard It Hurts.
Yeah,
That's a good album. That was some good music.
Yeah, that was really good. There were quite a few beats on there that I liked a lot. But yeah, man.
I'm trying to think. I wonder if Overcast is on that. Mavi's really talented. Someone I'm gonna shout out to is Jay Words. If you never listen to Jay Words, check out Jay Words. Dope, like electronic, hip hop. I mean genres, and you know it's hard to like describe shit. But like if you like hip hop music and if you like electronic music, you like beats, peep some Jay Words. Jay Words is actually on the Ryan Beat tape too. I'm very proud of that because she's like my favorite producer right now. So it's cool when that shit happens. Like you said, people you just kind of like fuck with, or like you know you just like. You know, I obviously don't know Jay Words, but having like, you know, a producer that you fuck with like on a tape that you put out is sick, you know. So little personal connections, I guess, can make things mean more in a sense.
You know who else is dope? Who's actually been super inspiring is that dude's Soundtrack. He's been putting stuff out.
Yeah,
on
he's on Street Corner.
He does crazy shit, man. Like,
he made Kick Push.
Oh, really?
Yo,
That's
Soundtrack,
him?
what's poppin'? That's him.
Oh, damn.
You know what I'm saying?
Shit.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't realize that was him.
I think, bro. I can probably play 1 second of that at least. I'm gonna post that Sheik's song right now because of you, bro. That's so funny. Bro.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Soundtrack is. I mean, shout out House Shoes, shout out Street Corner. Talk about production, man.
The 2 records that he's put out on Street Corner recently, the Flips joints, where it's like it's just him doing super creative, just like fucking smashing hit records, like records that most people would not be sampling. And completely flipping,
like almost like like don't touch that one type shit.
Yes,
almost like what you doing, man? Like,
like just like a classic top 100 like hit record. Like, what's one that he did? I'm pretty sure he did Flashlight.
Probably,
I don't know. I don't
yeah.
want to like
Allegedly.
sample snitch and shit.
Allegedly. Wait, I got that on the sound. I gotta get the soundboard ready. I have an allegedly soundboard.
You got to check it out though, man, because he's taking like classic funk songs and shit and just like turning them into just absolutely just. I don't know, just absolutely freaking them. They're crazy.
He's been killing it for so long too, bro. I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
I think he's in here, bro. I want to make sure. I think I missed it already. Go try one more time, bro. But it ain't really worth going into too much. But I'm a big beat fan. This beat's hard as hell, and this came out in like 2006.
Yeah, beat.
Soundtrack was Poppin' Baby. I'm pretty sure it's the same cat. I could be wrong.
That's dope.
Just shout out producers, man. That's why Chan's here. That's why I put out that beat tape. Like, I was thinking today in the sauna, I was like, I'm more willing to listen to a song with bars, singing, and the beats knocking.
Sometimes I don't even need good bars. Like, I don't know. A lot of times, like,
I just want a good beat, probably.
don't get me wrong. I love good lyrics. Like, I love
that shit's
good
very
bars.
very
I love
important.
like I mean, that's why I like Kadeem so much.
Yeah.
I feel like his shit's so intricate.
It's
like,
essential.
There's like imported goods like we've had done for like a year or something like that. Like that's like it's not super new, and I feel like I've like. Because I like the song so much, I've heard it so many times, and like even up until like release day, I was like still catching shit off of like Kadeem's verses.
I'm still
like,
catching shit, bro.
Yeah. So I love that, but at the same time, like I also love just like kind of just more like like fun. Sort of like flagrant trap music and shit.
Vibe
like,
music, kind of just shit that's not as focused on,
I mean, I like a lot of like
bars, I guess,
like foreign global music and shit like that too.
Yeah.
Like, I don't speak any other language other than English, but
it's a feeling, bro. I think it's just about catching a feeling from me.
Yeah, a lot of times, like when I'm hearing stuff, like I don't know, quote unquote mumble rap or whatever, even if the lyrics like don't have like some super deep meaning or some shit, I'm like kind of listening to it as like the vocals are just an instrument for the song. Or
even the way people rhyme and can like slant words to make them rhyme sometimes. I love that shit.
The shit that guys like Young Thug can do with their voice. Like,
one of one artist.
I know, like, I don't know, sometimes he tries like some pretty weird shit, but like at the same time, at least it's like super different. Like sometimes just being different and doing something that you haven't heard somebody else do is like it's enough to make up for a lack of like real hip hop lyrics or something.
Originality and authenticity go infinite, man.
Or like, do you know that dude 645 AR?
The high pitched voice, motherfucker.
Yeah.
I like some 645 AR track.
You ever
heard of Smiley from Toronto?
No.
Smiley got some like really wild shit. Like, dude, like I love really unique like. I just want shit that's different. There's a reason why I still play Silk the Shocker. No one else raps like that when I was a kid. It's like
no doubt.
I need shit that's
like
different,
Mystical
bro.
Or some shit.
Yeah, I don't know. Man. He might be off the list. If you.
Oh yeah.
You gotta Google what he did. He did something.
Yeah, now that I remember. Yeah.
How we doing on time, brother? Good, cool. I just realized this is still rapid fire.
Oh, it's not very rapid.
Here's the thing about music,
these questions. I'm trying to catch that in a quarter four.
Shout out music. Favorite food to whip up at the crib?
Pizza.
Most amount of kush you smoked in a day?
Over a zip.
Portland food spot you want to shout out?
Ooh, that's tough. Portland food spot I want to shout out. Golden Lotus, best Chinese food in Portland.
I gotta try that.
Golden Lotus, right across the street from Arcadia. Shout out Polly at Golden Lotus.
And if you're
best
on
Chinese food in Portland.
Congress Street, and you're hankering for another meal, why don't you walk on down to the public market and hit the second floor? Yardie Ting will be there.
Yardie Ting is also delicious.
This
Shout out
podcast
Yardie
is
Ting.
sponsored by Yardie Ting.
Is it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's fire.
Yeah, I was Yardie Ting's first merch sale. You go to Yardie Ting, there's a Ryan Beat sticker up on the beverage. Like,
no shit.
shout out Yardie Ting about my. I got patties in the freezer right now. I got 6 frozen patties.
Oh, come on.
We put the oven at 350. It's over, Jack. That's why I feel fucked up. I didn't know how to pronounce the Kadeem album title.
That's so fire.
I should know this, man. I'm slipping. I apologize. What's the last dope movie you saw?
Super Mario. I saw the Mario movie. Fire. Loved
Nice.
it. Loved every minute of it.
Fuck yeah.
Yep.
Place you want to travel.
Japan.
Great edible memory.
Making brownies at home using like over an ounce of hash and 1 stick of butter.
I'll get you,
And
bro.
like licking the spoon after I made the batter, and also eating 2 brownies before bed, and just not really thinking of it. I was like, oh, I'll get baked and like this will be a great night. And
rocked.
well, no, I fell asleep and I woke up and I was so high that like I went to step out of bed and just like fell into the wall. And I was like, bro, I was like drunk. I had to eat, I had to shower before I could like even think about doing anything. I didn't smoke weed that whole day.
I had to call out. I used to work at this fancy inn, in Scarborough, and one time I ate. Actually, I broke my edible record a couple nights ago. I ate 710 milligrams. Before that,
Damn.
my record was 700. And the night I did that, I ate a bunch of shitty disty samples, distillate. And the distillate, like, there's only I think a threshold my brain can handle, and then eventually like it just gets kind of backlogged. And I woke up the next morning and I went up to like the fucking mirror. I did like, you rub your eyes.
Sure.
I'm like, okay. Like I rub them again. I'm like, all right, eyes, wake up. And I'm like, no, bro, your eyes is as open as they can be, and you can't see. I'm like, no. Like, what does that mean? I'm like, think you're high. Like, bro. Like, the edibles is hitting you now. And I'm like, oh. It's 9:30. So I called my boss. I'm like, I need a mental health day. I got someone to cover and shit. I went to Hannaford with sunglasses. Motherfuckers could tell I was high still.
That's right.
But I just love, like, sometimes you just gotta get so high you fall into a wall.
Yeah, man. I didn't like intend to get that high. And
No, you never
these were
do.
like, no, of course. And these were homemade, so like I didn't know how much there was in there.
Mafka certified.
But it was enough to like I couldn't talk in the morning. Like I was like slurring like I was drunk. It was wild.
Dude, hash and butter and an edible, that's like as direct. Like that's like you got an IV drip of like, THC.
It was pretty heavy duty.
If you
For
could
sure.
book any producer to do a beat set in Maine, who are you picking?
Oh, that's so tough. Maybe DiBiase?
That'd be hard.
Because like I feel like people would come out for that.
Yeah, you have to come off with DiBiase set.
Or
Fly Low.
well, yeah. I don't know.
That's
Sam
too-
I Am. Sam I Am would
Those
be crazy.
three on a
Knowledge
set.
would be crazy.
Oh my, Knowledge at Resample.
I mean, yeah, that'd be wild. Yeah, I don't know any of those like big heavyweight guys.
Yeah.
I'd love to.
Mad Lib.
Well, it'd be cool to see like. It'd be cool to see Knots do a beat set or some shit.
Oh, some like gritty just.
Yeah.
Yo, legit. How much bread would you put up out of your own pocket to get Madlib here? I'm thinking if we get like 100 people to crown, like I'd put $100
Not
up.
much, honestly. I mean, for a ticket price, I'd spend $50 to go see Madlib.
Yeah, I'm thinking if we can crowdfund like a concert like that ahead of time and get like, yo, Madlib's management, we have 100 cats here, like in writing with like their payment saying we'll pay $50 for Madlib right now. We got like venues lined up. Like I wonder if that would work. Can you do like? I feel like it's kind of hard
I
to
don't
do,
think
bro.
Madlib's coming to Maine for like less than 10 G's.
Yeah, I'm thinking we need to get like
plus hotel plus travel.
oh yeah, lodging, airfare, everything. But if you get if there's
at least $5,000. I don't know if he had like a tour going on.
I'm
like,
thinking 5 digits, but I'm thinking 10 spot.
it's either gotta be $5,000 or $10,000.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe it's more.
Pre-inflation.
Madlib can do whatever
This
he wants.
this podcast is all pre-inflation. Last question. You have to take any musical artist and defeat a prime Mike Tyson in a fight, who you taking to get you back?
It's me and this other artist versus Mike Tyson.
Tyson just popped out of a casino. He's mad. He lost $100,000. He's coked up. He wants to kick your fucking ass. You gotta have someone that has your back, Jack. Who would you trust?
John Cena. Bro, John Cena raps.
I don't even... Dude, that's such a good answer. I don't even know what to say because I can't talk shit because he has a rap album and he is a wrestler.
I almost was gonna say Shaquille O'Neal, but I'm pretty sure there's like a story about Shaquille O'Neal getting beat up at a nightclub in Houston or Louisiana or something.
By Mike Tyson?
Not by Mike Tyson. By like, I don't know if they were like affiliated with like DJ Screw and Screwed Up Click. I'm reading the DJ Screw like oral history biography. DJ Screw. Yeah, R.I.P. DJ Screw. I'm reading that and like somebody mentions in that like they used to play this nightclub all the time and they're like, I seen Shaquille O'Neal get his ass beat at this nightclub.
Well, I mean,
which is crazy because Shaq is huge.
Even 5 guys could take on Shaq. Like you get numbers on the boards. It's over. I feel like a prime Capadonna on a good night.
Oh damn!
Could have like caught and like slept. No, retract everything. If the legend is true about Ghostface Killer, why he like had to like have that name when he was wearing a mask because he was on the run and shit for like committing crimes and shit, I feel like if after seeing that Action Bronson Delphonics video especially, you piss off Ghostface Killer, I don't want to get hit by that motherfucker. I bet he could cave my whole head in.
I don't want to get hit by Ghostface, and I don't want to get hit by the people Ghostface would send to hit you.
Yeah. At the end of the day, it's just infinite respect for the Wu-Tang Clan and every member and affiliates, because that's an empire, bro. That's an empire.
I'm trying to think of who else.
That's the last rapid fire guy. If you can think of anybody, and Shaq's a good answer. Shaq's big.
I was just thinking of who was the biggest dude. I'm just thinking
of some pissed off New York guys. Those are the cats I don't want to fight. It's cold
outside. Sticky fingers. Going just off voice alone. Sticky fingers.
Fraser Star from like The Wire. Bird.
Do you fucking Google? Yeah, it's got to be somebody like that.
Okay, that's good shit. Oh, Sean Price. Sean Price sleeping anybody with a right hook, straight up.
Oh,
R.I.P.
Rest in peace. Yeah.
Damn.
I wasn't thinking of somebody who wasn't with us anymore.
Sean P. always with us.
Well, yeah, you know.
In spirit, physically, he ain't.
I'm saying in the physical form. I need somebody here in the physical form.
Mike Tyson's,
I'm fighting Mike Tyson, bro.
You're not just fighting Mike Tyson's spirit.
I can't send a ghost to defend me if Mike Tyson.
You sending Casper? He think Casper dipping out. I ain't fighting this motherfucker.
Not a chance.
God.Damn.Chan, we're pretty much at the end here.
Yeah,
Where can people reach you? What's a good, contact plug?
Man, I'm on Twitter, at God.Damn.Chan. I'm on Instagram.
You paid for the blue check?
No.
Never.
I'm no Elon Cuck, bro.
Oh, how are you?
I'm not paying for the blue check.
Never.
I'm not paying for social media.
Fuck them.
I'm not paying for social media.
Fuck them.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. We as artists provide the content that these platforms monetize and make money off.
Pay me.
Pay me.
Pay me.
Yes, they should pay me $8 a month to stay on Twitter.
Allegedly.
Anything you want to shout out?
My Instagram. I'm also on Instagram at God.Damn.Chan.
Where can people put some money in your motherfucking pocket?
God.Damn.Chan.bandcamp.com. Buy a tape. Buy a t-shirt.
You got diapers.
I gotta buy diapers and I gotta buy diapers and a lot of
for
mac
you
and
or for your kids.
Both.
Depends.
Yeah, it depends, man. Straight up, it depends.
Yo, shout out "Late" by Kanye West. That was before he, whatever.
Hit the Bandcamp, Spotify, iTunes, all that shit. Buy music from independent artists because it's important. And Spotify don't really be paying motherfuckers too much, so
just buy a tape, bro. It literally, like, if you
honestly bootleg the next Kanye West release if you're like dying to hear it. Bootleg that. Bootleg from people who are gonna make so much money off merch and touring that like they're really not gonna be affected by you stealing their song. Do that. But independent artists, you should buy their records because there's a lot of fucking work that goes into these releases.
And rent is not getting cheaper.
No, it's not. And I gotta be a fucking animator and marketing director and creative director and fucking video editor and publicist and fucking engineer.
You didn't even say producer yet.
Exactly. I haven't even mentioned the music aspect.
Do you make beats? You make beats, right?
I do. I do all these 8 other things, and I also make beats.
Beats is the last one.
No, the beats absolutely takes priority. Like, I may not, like, I've said this before, but I may not, like, release music and do, like, a big fucking rollout and shit for every fucking release. It's a lot of fucking work.
Dude, no, I mean, I think it's evident based on the last 2 projects you dropped in barely 2 months. Like, you take your shit seriously, and the beats speak for themselves, in my opinion. And
No,
y'all
I
sleeping
appreciate
for
it.
not going to that Suntiki set, too. I'm going to say that one more time.
No, man, I appreciate that. It's really a lot of work that goes into that shit behind the scenes. I don't think people realize how much goes into it, how much time and shit. I'm not just speaking for me. I'm speaking for independent artists in general.
For real.
We just don't have budgets to fucking hire people to like do this shit. It's not like I like have a team behind me.
No.
I'm literally one guy doing everything.
It's God.Damn.Chan.
It's God.Damn.Chan. So and it's probably the same for whatever other independent artists that you listen to all the time that you like. So
It's truth.
one dumb fact, fucking buying a t-shirt is like literally, like, say you go and buy your favorite artist t-shirt for like $25, $30. It's the equivalent of streaming one of their songs like 7,000 times. You probably are not going to listen to one song 7,000 times in your lifetime. Maybe one. Maybe there's that
That'd be
one
impressive, though.
song. Yeah.
It's like a 1-minute song.
Yeah, but even then, though,
That's 7,000 minutes.
That's a lot.
That's over like 100 hours?
I can't do rent
5 days?
time, but isn't that rent 1,007 something 600?
That's from The Office. I know that from The Office.
Nah, that's from a music.
That's from Rent, though.
That's what I'm saying. Isn't that
all
from
those,
Rent?
all those poor people singing in New York that couldn't pay their rent and they die and shit.
Yeah,
That's scary, bro.
I think. Well, way to bring it down. But no, I'm just saying, like.
Well, good segue. Give motherfucking independent artists
Yeah,
money because then they want to
buy
sing
their-
for their rent.
Buy their T-shirts and their physical goods and fucking go
Go
to their shows
bro.
and
Pull up to a show, spend money, just go out, do shit, please.
do that shit. But there's an independent artist that you're listening to right now that is working their fucking ass off just to get like any sort of attention on their art, to get any sort of like listenership. Just like, hey, please fucking listen to this for just 30 seconds. Maybe you like it. You know, maybe they're not being as blunt, but that's the end goal. Is like, please.
It's important.
Just listen to this. Like, if you feel compelled to buy it, please do that. But support your homies doing their art thing. Support independent artists that you love, and support them with your dollars. And if you can't do that, word of mouth is such a fucking. It's such an important currency in today's day and age in the music world. Like, I always think of how many times I got to hear an artist's name or see their name pop up before I decide to actually put the album on and listen to it front to back.
Yeah.
Chances are I probably got to hear about them like 3 times.
Yeah,
like, whether it's a friend mentioning it to me,
reading it or something.
multiple times, or I see it on social media, or I see it on like a blog or a playlist or whatever. You know, like, it might take me a few times seeing or hearing that name and recognizing it to be like, I gotta check this out, see what the buzz is about. You know, so word of mouth is such like it's such a great way to like put people on the shit.
Man,
if you can't support it
share
financially,
bro.
you know.
I'm always about that.
Yeah.
If you can't put $1 on it, at least put an eye on it, man.
If you listen to this tomorrow, or if you're listening to it in the daytime today, put like one person on to one artist that they might not know. Like, just do it. Just like try to bring it up to somebody and be like, hey, I don't know if you've checked this person out. I don't know if you've heard the new Kadeem yet, but it's fucking on par with everything else that I know that you're listening to, because I know you like Makami and your old Droog and all these other rappers that are fucking have a bunch of attention and can charge $400 something a record, you know, you should check out Kadeem because he raps at that caliber too. Say that to somebody, you know,
man.
like that's. I did that to probably like 2 or 3 people at work in this last week,
Yeah,
you
man.
know.
It's just like pretty much why I do everything I do is that exact sentiment.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, if you can support financially, obviously not everybody's in that position to do that. If you can support financially, it goes a long way with independent artists. And if you can't, or even if you can, the word of mouth shit is so crucial these days.
For real.
It's hard to get attention on shit.
There's
man.
a lot of shit out there, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Damn, I think we're at the last question. I ask this question at the end of every interview. Last time, we talked about tour and the pandemic hit, so be careful.
Oh, God.
You got a lot of power here, Chan.
All right.
Maybe. Allegedly. Where will God.Damn.Chan be 1 year from now?
1 year from now. 1 year from now, hopefully I will have released a lot more music and trying to do like more full projects with rappers.
Nice.
I like the whole dynamic of a one producer project, like one producer, one MC type.
I love that shit myself. Yeah.
I love the shit at the the Alchemist joints, the Madlib
Yeah.
joints.
When you do it well, it cannot be. It's just can't go wrong, man.
There's like a cohesiveness that comes with using just one producer that isn't like it's hard to get that by having like a whole.
They know you too. They can like kind of pull things. There's like that symbiotic relationship where they can pull things out of each other. Actually, just like one quick thing, to reiterate everything we've been talking about in a sense. Before we go, y'all should listen to the new Billy Woods and Kenny Siegel album, Maps. It's a great example of just independent artists doing dope shit. Just give them some bread, give some attention, and then one producer, one MC right there, bro.
I'm excited for the Pink Navel Kenny Siegel album because they played some joints.
The shit they played at Santigi was...
Oh my god, that shit was crazy. And Kenny shit,
Kenny, shout out Kenny.
He's such an LB maker.
Kenny Beats do so
Or not Kenny
fucking...
Beats, Kenny Siegel.
Oh wow, excuse me, Kenny
Beats is cool too.
I was gonna say Kenny Siegel is such a slept on beat maker in a sense.
Absolutely,
in my opinion.
Yeah.
But I said Kenny Beats. I mean, Kenny Beats actually dropped that Louis album last year that had some pretty good shit on it too. But
he produced this there's a new record out on Stone's Throw by this dude Benny Sings.
Yeah, I know Benny Sings. Yeah.
Kenny Beats did all the beats.
I don't
for
know that, but I mean, to be honest, like I want to hype up Kenny Siegel more. I think Kenny Siegel has been making some of my favorite beats in the game for years now, and I rarely see his name on those lists of the best in the game, and I think in my opinion he should be. So that's just that. Shout out the producer, shout out this producer, shout out State of Maine, shout out Soto, producer who made the beat, the instrumental for this podcast theme song.
Oh hell yeah,
dude, Chan, what the fuck? We talked for 92 minutes, Brody.
Oh bro, we definitely missed the end of the Celtics game.
Won though.
Oh, they won?
Yeah, they won.
That's fire.
Yeah.
Sick.
All right, man. Cool. Well, please go get you some Yardie Ting. Support your favorite artists and support yourself, all right?
Absolutely.
You are the filter which life passes through. Peace.
Peace.